Hello, Suzanne Hemwood here from mBraining for Success. It's been a while since I did one of my 2-minute reflections. Here I am on the Downs, north of London, just above Dunstable and near Whipsnade Zoo, and it's an absolutely stunning day. And what a beautiful place to stop, to breathe, to meditate, to reflect, to pray. It's been absolutely lovely up here. There's a few people around, but it's pretty quiet. And I just thought I'd share with you a 2-minute reflection. And it's really on some of the work that we cover in Master Coach and where you're at on your awareness of your autonomic nervous system and the impact that that has on you on a day-to-day basis. I recently listened to a webinar by Debs Dana on the use of polyvagal theory in therapy, and it fits very beautifully with what we teach. She talks of a ladder that goes from the beautiful ventral vagal tend and befriend state which we're all wired to and that our bodies love and desire to live within, where we work with others, we're comfortable in our own skin, where there is no fear response, and where we deeply connect with other people. Sometimes, however, we get triggered out of that, and the next stage that we would go into is in the sympathetic fight or flight. Just reflect for a moment where your pattern is, where you tend to go. If you get triggered into a difficult position and you haven't managed to maintain your state in that moment, where do you go? Do you fight? Do you stand and argue your case and get cross or aggressive even? Or do you flight and actually shout and walk away? And of course we see this all the time in conflicts at work. I have an awful lot of clients who are struggling with difficult relationships at work and even bullying, and it can be very difficult to maintain your state when basically there is very bad behaviour going on around you. So do you fight? Do you flight? And if fighting and flighting doesn't work, the next place to drop to is into the dorsal vagal or freeze, absolute withdrawal. Really, you've opted out. And this is what we see in disengaged staff in a workplace. They're kind of even further down the stress response than those who are louder and maybe causing more commotion within the department. The quiet ones may have already dropped into freeze and withdrawn. And it's certainly not somewhere that you want to stay very long. In humans, there's very few times when that state is a resourceful place to be. And what sort of questions do you ask yourself in each of those different states? How do you feel in those different states? What do you notice about yourself? Where do you feel the change from going in a deeply connected, respectful relationship at ventral vagal into fight or flight and into dorsal vagal freeze? How do you feel that in your body? And what strategies do you use to lift yourself back up that ladder into ventral vagal, where we're wired to connect with each other? Interesting ponderings. And it might be too much to do on your own. However, if you want to find someone to coach, find a MBIT Master Coach, and of course I'm always available to support you if you want to talk to me. And I'd love to help you to understand that in a deeper way for yourself, so that you can make even wiser choices about how you respond when life isn't so beautiful as it is here this afternoon on the Downs. I leave that with you, about finding your own individual fingerprint for the ANS, which of course begins even before we're born in the development of us as tiny babies, the development of the nervous system, and then in that first couple of years when the ventral vagal is myelinating and creating that beautiful human connection ventral vagal system that we all love and rely on so much. For some people, that maybe hasn't developed as well because they were in stressful environments, or where they didn't feel safe, or where they didn't feel they belonged, or where they didn't feel that they were being accepted. And unbeknownst to them, that could still be playing out in patterns in their adult life. So if you want to explore your patterns in this respect, give me a call. I'd love to talk you through and help you get some real insights for yourself. Suzanne Hemwood, mBraining for Success. I'll leave you there for now.